So I could not stitch the video that the GIU system created, and I really wanted to make sure that that thread kind of continued when I did my reply. But this is for, DID systems out there. If you could just kind of follow the trail back to I'm New Here's original video where he is stating how invalidating it is to see other systems on here kind of, be on the same page. Like, and I'm 3 years into my journey, and it wasn't until a couple of months ago that I really did start to focus on getting it together. So originally, like before, when I first found out about it, it was, very devastating because I was looking for a solution, and come to find out, this is, it wasn't what I wanted to hear. And, I've lived with this for quite a while undiagnosed. So, everyone was already kind of here. And so when I see newer systems or, people younger than me who are quite aware of how it works and who they are, and, when they're switching and all of this, communication is, immaculate. And like the GIU system here, it's, social media. So at the point where you are, I was there, a few months ago, and it was like, how do I get a hold of this? It's like, and I want to be this way, and but what I recognized in myself, and is me as the individual within the system, is that what I was looking for was control. And I expected things to be this way or that way or that way. And what I was doing was making it seem like their expression was bad. And so for the past couple of months, my focus has been on allowing the space for them to express themselves. Now, I'm giving a very short response because there was a lot of other stuff that went into that. I can't say it within this video, but if you want more details, I will share that. But I am Tiela. I am a system protector, caretaker, but I also build the system processes that help us kind of communicate and function together. And one of the things that I did do, though, an assignment that I handed out to each system member, and some of them is completed and some of them haven't, was to strengthen their connection to their identity. And how I did that was, it's difficult when the process, the rules, or the guide for identifying who your parts are and who your system members are rooted in, are created by individuals who don't have dissociative identity disorder. And a lot of the questions are like, who are you? What do you need? And da-da-da, are questions that are too big. And sometimes you have to scale it back to yes or no questions. And you take that by, and I'm not going to go into that, actually. I'm not going to go into that. But that's basically what we did. But what we did when, as we began to strengthen the identities of each individual, and we gave them space to have that, we created what we call a system member identity collage, which is each individual create a collage of that kind of portrays the energy and the personality and the identity and the values of who they are. And in that, it did help us see each other a little bit better, because that's what essentially needs to happen, is the recognition needs to happen amongst the system. Well, that's, again, I'm only speaking for my system, because I think every system is different. They function differently. I don't know what your system needs. But as far as my system, we need it to be recognized for our individuality, but also the space to express ourselves, and identify our strengths and weaknesses so that we could function as a team. And that was another thing that we did extensive study on, was how to work as a team, because what we were trying to do was create a consistent persona that we could project out to the world to see, because the world is made of, and I don't want to, it sounds kind of derogatory, singlets, and we are not single, and so we took ourselves out of spaces and environments and from around people where we could not express our multiplicity. And that, in our world was not very big to begin with, but it did make it even more smaller. So it's a very difficult journey, but once you get to that, I don't know what you would call, like, it's like, I can see what the Jianyu system is saying is you don't see all of the hard work from the beginning, but it becomes a point where you see, oh, this is where I'm going, and you can see that you got there, how you got there, and everything you went through. And there needs to be some appreciation spread through the system for us. And yeah, so just, and I think that you sell yourself a little bit short at, the fact that you were like, oh yeah, this system member needed to be quiet and not talk to anyone. Well, that's what they needed. And there's nothing wrong with that. And this system member needed to sleep. Yes, they did. They wanted to sleep, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then, you get to the point where you can create system rules if they need to sleep, and you're like, oh, is it okay? Create the time and space for them to do that if it's interrupting, and, build communication. And one of the things we did not do was start our communication off internally, because that was kind of damaging the system. It was difficult. We was always in a dissociative state. So what we did is I built a communication system outside of the system first, and then naturally the internal communication became a lot smoother, a lot easier, and it made it difficult. Now, we're not at the point where we can be like, oh, you need to come out, or you need to come out. We still have those triggers that bring others out. But at that time when the system members are triggered out, we're able to recognize why, for one, they're here, because the system apparently is experiencing a need that requires them to be here. I know I said a lot. It's kind of difficult to kind of, I really just wanted to just offer support. And, again, the things that I did were things that we needed within our system. And, they're working. Not necessarily that they'll work with you, because we have totally different lives, different system members who have different personalities and personas, who may be cooperative or not cooperative. But, I think you are doing very well by writing things down and, keeping track of things, because they are expressing themselves every day. They're exhibiting their needs every day, in the videos they like, the posts that they like, the clothes that they buy, the things that they say, the things that they do. And you just need a way of categorizing and organizing that in a way where you can see it. Now, I have the skill set for that, so it made it easier for our system to do that. But good luck on your journey. And the Jianyu system, you are appreciated in this community. I really, really looked to your videos for support and comfort when I was going through my early stages. So thank you.